Hi, I'm Kate Shumate with the Christian Working Woman, and today we're talking about something a lot of us don't know how to do, or maybe we don't feel like we're allowed to do, and that's lament. Lament is the kind of prayer we see all over Scripture, especially in the Psalms, but it's not always the kind of prayer we're used to hearing in church or maybe even practicing in our own life. Lament is raw, it's honest, it's emotional, and it's deeply biblical. At its core, lament follows this pattern. Acknowledge God, complain honestly, ask boldly, and then declare trust. So let's break that down. First, lament starts by recognizing who God is, His power, His presence, His character. Sometimes this acknowledging God is just a few words at the start of a lament, but no matter how short it is, it's the foundation. It's not shouting into the void. We're talking to a God who hears us, who knows us, and who's big enough to handle what we're about to say. Then comes the part we usually skip, the complaint. You may be wondering, can we actually complain to God? Well, just look at the Psalms and you'll see time after time of David and others complaining to God, honestly. When we lament, we tell God what's wrong. We put words to the pain we feel. We don't sugarcoat it or pretend it's all fine when it's not. In lament, we actually bring our grief, our anger, our disappointment, all of it, into our relationship with Him. After that, we make our request. We ask Him to act, to heal, to change something, to show up in the middle of our mess. We don't hold back. We ask boldly because we know who He is. Let's take Psalm 13, for example. In verses 3-4, David says, "Turn and answer me, O Lord my God. Restore the sparkle to my eyes or I will die. Don't let my enemies gloat, saying, we've defeated him. Don't let them rejoice at my downfall." Listen, those are bold requests. He does not hold back, and God's okay with that. And then finally, we end with trust, a choice to say, God, I still believe you're good. I still believe you're with me. Even if I don't see the answer yet, I'm going to keep trusting you. And here's the thing. The Bible is full of lament. David, Jeremiah, Job, even Jesus on the cross cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And that's a direct quote from a lament psalm. If Jesus can pray that kind of prayer, so can we. But I think we often struggle with this. Somewhere along the way, we got the idea that good Christians are supposed to be upbeat and positive and grateful all the time. Like complaining to God is somehow unfaithful or ungrateful. Recently, I heard a pastor ask this question. Does it require more faith to pretend like everything's fine? Or does it require more faith to trust that God is still good, even when things are incredibly painful? I don't know about you, but sometimes I would like to just pretend like things are fine, especially when I pray. Like somehow ignoring the pain or whatever I'm going through is more godly than actually acknowledging it. But in reality, the pain is there. The questions are there. Maybe even the doubts are there. And it takes more faith to come face to face with them and still trust. Lament is an act of faith. Prayer was never meant to be polished and perfect. It was always meant to be an honest, ongoing conversation with a God who so deeply loves us. So if you're in a hard season right now and you don't know what to pray, maybe just start with lament. Acknowledge who God is, tell Him the truth about what hurts, ask Him to move, and then choose to trust, even if it's honestly just a hope. That kind of prayer is real, and that kind of honesty, that's what really matters.